Well, thank you for talking with us today. To jump
Thank you.
right in, so ironic to the show's name, Brenda comes in like a wildfire. What were you initially told about her character?
Ooh, what was I told about her character? Oh gosh, I don't really recall. I remember feeling good about the audition, and then we had a work a work study session audition. Um, I I don't recall if I was given any notes about Brenda. I remember Dennis coming up to me on set. I can tell you that. He came up to me on set and I've been there a while. So, he had already seen dailies and he told me that Brenda was one of his favorite characters. That's all well, when a producer tells you something like that, that you remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I, I apologize. I can't remember off the bat about what I was told
Mhm.
about her. I remember creating her with the costume designer. I remember creating her with um the hair department.
So what was that process like of bringing her from paper to screen and all those different elements?
Because she's a working girl. She's a neighborhood hairstylist. So she's not, she doesn't do red carpet looks, you know. She works with um the women in her neighborhood um who scrape up a little bit of money to come see her and feel better when they leave. And she's maybe a slash therapist. So when they're in her chair, she makes them feel good about themselves. Um, but her clothing maybe fit perfectly a little while ago, but might be a little bit tight now, but she can't afford to get new stuff. Um, and when she walks around, her advertisement is herself. So her hair is a little bit bigger. Because when you see her hair, you want her to what you want to go, ooh, she's got nice hair. Who does her hair? I want who does her hair.
Mhm.
So that it was a bigger process. I remember going, instead of arriving, because we shot it in Vancouver, instead of arriving in Vancouver, and I didn't know everything about the hair department, and sometimes there's people who know how to work with black hair, and sometimes there's don't. There were, but I didn't know that when I first got the gig. So I decided to go to my hairstylist and create the look, and I got permission. And so we created the look in Monrovia
Mhm. Ooh.
and brought it to Vancouver, so that I knew that whoever was taking care of my hair, it would still be healthy at the end of shooting. And Brenda came to life uh, that way, and definitely bigger than what Adina was wearing her hair at the time. I had just I just finished a gig. I just finished The Perfect Couple.
Oh yeah.
She's a lot more stylish. She's got the money to be a lot more stylish, you know. And so we decided to go bigger, a
No,
little gaudier.
no, it's
Uh
fun. Like when she walks in that first time, you're like, I need to pay attention.
I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Thank you. Yeah. And a positive wake.
Mhm.
You know, we decided that the chicken place was right next door
Mhm.
to her shop, so she is a frequent customer and
Mhm.
should be treated as such.
Oh yeah. Because I was about to ask, so when we meet her, it's clear she already knows Freddie. So is it because of that closeness she's always kind of frequenting the spot, so she's gotten to know him over time?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, because she goes there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She's a working girl, you know what I'm saying? And goes to the shop frequently
Mhm.
because it's right next door. It's incredibly convenient,
Mhm.
and she likes her food. Uh, um, and she notices this brother who could use some attention,
Mhm.
just like the women in her shop.
Mhm.
And do we know that she lost someone very close and dear to her, so she's got a little extra love to place somewhere.
Mhm. So Brenda almost seems to be a source of hope for Freddie, as he's clearly haunted by something in his past that makes him the arsonist he is. At this point, do you think she knows or suspects there's something darker to him?
No,
Mhm.
no, she's just it's hard sometimes. Not hard sometimes, it's fucking hard to be lower income, African American. Um, if he had a college degree, he might be working someplace else.
Mhm.
So it's not that hard, it's not that hard to imagine that he has been told no or you're not enough uh, too many times that he believed it.
Yeah.
So Brenda's there to remind him that those stories aren't true.
Mhm. So, as the milk jug arsonist, Freddie seemed to target happy family and people. In these first few episodes, do you think he's viewing Brenda as a potential target, or is he genuinely wanting to change with the confidence she gives him?
I think he wants to change.
Mhm.
I totally think he wants to change with the confidence that I share with him. Yeah, there's hope.
Yeah,
There's hope that he could be a manager. It's not like he doesn't know the place backwards and forwards, unlike these younger kids who walk through the door.
yeah.
So yeah, he's I and Brenda also gets something
Mhm.
out of um rising people up. It helps her with the deep pain that she has.
Mhm. Kind of on that. So, currently, Brenda's story is very exclusive to Freddie, but of course, she's mentioned the loss of her son. Will that be more of a connection to other characters on the show later on in the season?
I guess you're gonna have to tune in and see.
Like that. The mystery. So, of course, episode 6 has a very big moment for Brenda. Without giving too much away, what was filming that scene like?
Hmm. Well, everyone's a very generous actors on the set. And so and a lot of time was given to um make everyone feel safe.
Mhm.
Number one, number two, and number three, safe. But then also uh the little details of because it's subtle at first, right? So time was given so that we could really explore this moment.
Mhm.
Um, and I very much appreciated that.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, no, it's a beautiful scene and it just really pushes her story forward. So, kind of with that, what can we expect with Brenda's story as the season continues?
Um, we get to see another side of Brenda.
Mhm.
Uh, um, um, we get to see what's behind the upbeat um, facade that Brenda has. The cracks show.
Mhm.
Um,
yeah. Just
So,
more kind of
huh?
on that too. Are there any specific scenes that as an actor you feel really proud of the work you put into it?
Um, it was an audition scene. I very much appreciated it and connected to it when I am cutting his hair.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
That's a very uh, nurturing um, scene, and I love the writing in that scene. So I'm proud of that. But I also I I have played in the past heavier
Yeah.
characters.
Mhm.
So I was thrilled to have an opportunity to play someone who can be a little bit of the comic relief.
Oh yeah, and she definitely is. What do you think it is about Smoke that will captivate viewers?
Hmm. That on the surface you meet these characters and you think you know them. And you might like be able to sit back and go, oh, I know these archetypes. And then a hint is dropped and another hint is dropped, and you're going to lean forward and go, oh gosh, I got to pay attention. I don't know these people like the back of my hands. And then also, like we all don't know what's around the corner for us. We think our, we can predict and we can be very confident about our lives, and then some kind of tragedy can happen, or some kind of insecurity, or some kind of something out of our control can come and affect our lives, and then we're making choices that we wouldn't believe that we would have made.
Yeah,
I think people can relate to that.
sure. Are there any upcoming projects you can talk about or tease right now?
Yeah, I got another project that's in post now for Peacock.
Oh,
Yeah, that I'm very proud of. And that will I don't think that's going to air until 2026, so we can
yeah,
be
got some
quick on
time.
that. Yeah. Um, but in the world of streaming, I've got shows that I did 20 years ago that people are like, I just tuned into. I'm like, okay, thanks for joining the club.
That's the fun of it, but also the chaos a little bit too.
Yeah, yeah, but champagne problems.
Oh yeah, I look forward to looking out for it. Uh,
Thank you.
so, what would you like to say to fans and supporters of your work?
Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying tuned in when I appeared on screen. Um, um, I it's never old when people come up to you and share with you that I watched this show with my mom, um, and you don't understand. I was going through a certain time when I watched this show. Uh, it makes me feel like that my work made a difference, and I am genuinely moved by that, because there have been performances that I've seen that that um, stay with me and affect the choices that I make in life, um, and the fact that I have sometimes been on the giving end of that for other people. Um, makes me it bolsters me up, um, and counteracts things where I'm constantly questioning what I'm doing, and if I'm doing a halfway decent job, like being a parent, like which is really, really hard. So I'm beyond grateful that people appreciate the work.
Oh yeah. Well, you are incredible. Thank
Well,
you for talking with us today. I know I look forward to seeing more of Brenda's story unravel, and just thank you for talking with us.